Fantastic. Great. Hey everyone, such a pleasure to have everyone here. Sunday evening, Sunday afternoon here. Outstanding. Cool. So welcome to this. We're going to talk about why, if a decentralized system promises no fees, that it would actually be a scam. And before you start screaming or before you start commenting, actually watch the video, because what I'm saying here is completely correct. But I'm also saying that many systems out there who claim they have zero fees actually don't have zero fees. And so I want to talk a bit about that. If you're coming in, drop me a quick line where you're coming in from. Please be aware, this is English now. We're going to do German afterwards. Also, this is my personal channel, so I'm really going to talk about all kinds of different things. And yeah, give me a thumbs up if you like this. Drop me a quick line. Always interesting to see. I already see quite a couple of people in here. We have people from Vienna. We have people from all over the place. That's really exciting. So yeah, let's get into the topic now. So let's talk about fees first in a decentralized system. So if you have a decentralized system, by definition, this means that no one is allowed to be more than someone else, right? So consensus has to be created by everyone equally. Now, what this also means is that whenever you create information, this information has to cost something, because otherwise, if this information doesn't cost anything, then anyone could just create as much fake information as they want, or if information has been created, it could just be replaced at zero cost. Think about this. In a decentralized system, if I run 50% of the computing power, then I have the majority, I have a 51% attack, and I control a decentralized system, and it becomes centralized. So by definition, we need to have that a decentralized system has some kind of fee. Otherwise, we can run cyber attacks, so take over 51%, and or information can be replaced, can be added, can be deleted at no cost, no penalty. So that is why any decentralized system needs to have some kind of fee or some kind of cost attached to it. Now let's look at the most common blockchain out there, and that's Bitcoin. And I'm going to talk about other systems as well. Bitcoin has a very simple fee. You want to have an update. Basically, you want to make a transaction into the blockchain. You need to solve a mathematical problem. And if you solve this problem, you're allowed to have an update. And this is basically called mining. So you have to mine a block. And in theory, you could mine a transaction yourself. You can just go and say, you know what, I'm going to mine a hash, and I'm going to do it myself, and I'm going to include this transaction. Now, because this is so competitive, because there's so many miners out there, most mining is done by specialized computers, miners. And these miners don't do this for free. You pay them to do the math for you. So all you're doing is you're basically outsourcing it. But in theory, you could mine yourself if you wanted to. In just none of the large blockchains is happening, and you basically pay others to do that. In theory, miners could also do this for free by saying, hey, we're getting a reward additionally on top of the fees, and because of that, I am not charging you a fee. In theory, this could work, but then your transaction in Bitcoin, for example, just takes forever to be included in the block. So there is some kind of fee or cost involved. Now, then we have, and this is called a proof of work. So you prove that you do some kind of work. In this case, you do some hashing work. And then we move on from this and we say, okay, maybe we can do something else. So what else could we do? Well, we could stake. So basically, we stake coins, we stake money, and with that, I'm allowed to be part of the consensus. Now, with that, again, there's a cost, because I have this money there, and this money costs something, right? Because otherwise, I could just invest this in something, or I could use it. I'm not staking it. And whatever algorithm is out there, there's always a very obvious or a hidden cost. And then we have the Tangle, for example. In the Tangle, the advertising claim is that that IOTA, for example, doesn't have transaction fees. This is correct on a fee basis, but the computer still has to do a calculation before and has to confirm 2 other transactions. And these other 2 transactions costs energy, and this energy is some money. So there is some fee there as well. And the question is, for example, at IOTA, will people compute their own calculations themselves, or will they outsource it? Similar to what Bitcoin is happening. My bet there would be that it will be outsourced because some devices might not be strong enough to check those or verify those two transactions. And it will be outsourced. There will be a fee. And whatever project you have, and if you want, you can challenge this assumption and you can post this in there. If you literally have no fee, it's either not a decentralized system, which is actually also likely, you just don't have a decentralized system, or it's not, it's a scam. If it says I'm decentralized and I don't have a fee, I challenge you, post something in there, it's gonna be a scam. Probably you're just not gonna see the transaction happening, or you don't see the cost that is attached to that, because otherwise you could run as many attacks as you want and it's just not gonna happen, it's just not gonna work. So that is a very, very interesting kind of concept. You have some chains that have high inflation, and then yes, you don't have fees because the miners, they get paid by these fees, by the inflation, but this inflation is devaluing your coins and only they are getting it. You are not able to participate, so that is your fee. There always has to be some fee in a decentralized system. So while it always sounds great when there's some advertising and marketing that this new kind of decentralized system doesn't have a fee, actually this is not possible in a decentralized system. And that's one of the major downsides a decentralized system has. And that's the cost that comes to decentralizing trust, decentralizing consensus. If you're watching this, let me know what you think. Post some questions. Challenge with a project where you think there's no fees and it's decentralized. And then, yeah, do some thinking if there's really no fee or no cost, and or if it's actually decentralized or not. And interesting to see this. If you want to have more of these videos, give me a thumbs up. Share this video if you think this is relevant information, and subscribe to the channel. And now I'm going to look into some of the questions, see if there's some relevant questions to this topic. If you're watching the replay, you can also switch off right now, and I'll see you at the next video. So let's quickly go into the question. Great. Fantastic. Do we see anything else? No, I don't see anything. Fantastic. Cool. So then, all the best. See you at the German version, or see you next time. Bye-bye.